KILR Killer Game.
Hello, gamers, simmers, and pilots. I am the Killer Gamer, and welcome to the World Tour featuring Microsoft Flight Simulator 2. This is for the Tandy 1000 computer, because it's the only type of way that we can get Scenery Disk number 9 to work. For more information, you're going to want to look back a couple of flights from the lacrosse video. I explain the problems associated with the PC image version. Basically, airports have been erased. So, but there's more information on that video. I don't want to get into that. But what we're seeing here is a little different from the last two flights, which only had like 4 colors or something on there. This has got a little bit more color on here, because when you start up the simulator, you have an option between a Tandy 1000 keyboard and a Tandy 1200 keyboard. We've been choosing the 1200 keyboard, which only gives us that one color scheme. The Tandy 1000 will let us change between 4 different types of color schemes. The problem is that there are some keys that aren't working, one being the throttle. So in order to use the throttle, I have a joystick hooked up, but it's an auto centering joystick, so I'm going to have to hold it while we're flying. This is going to be a short flight. It's the reason why I'm doing this one in color. Also, we're not going to be able to look out the windows or anything, because to get back to looking out the cockpit or the window, that key don't work either. So, yeah, a little bit of a problem there. As a matter of fact, let me see if by some chance that it's supposed to be the brake key, the pause brake key, but these are all mapped differently than a regular keyboard. So, oh no. Oh jeez. Okay, like I said, once we get out of the view mode, I can't get back to it, so I had to completely reload everything back again. So, as nice as this looks, it's problematic to try to fly it this way, and the graphics are still going to go all over the place like they have been. But I at least wanted to do at least one flight with this color scheme, because this is not bad as far as the colors are concerned. It's kind of sharp. So I like how this looks. This is probably the best color version I've seen for Flight Simulator 2. Kind of makes me want to go out and get a real Tandy to fly it all. Anyway, let's go ahead and talk about where we're going to be going. Okay, so we are here at KOSH, Wittman Field, well, right here, and we're going to be going to Sheboygan. Now, there's an interesting thing about this. This is the Commodore 64 Scenery Disk number 9 map. I don't know what the PC version has, but I'm pretty sure you don't see the ADF. The reason is because there is no option to turn an ADF on. For the Commodore 64, you go into the settings, the option menu, and there's a thing there that says ADF enable. That's not on this version. And I also checked the PC version of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2. It's not there either. So we won't be using the ADF on this one, but what we will do is we'll tune in to KOSH and leave at a 120 degree. That should get us to Sheboygan with no problem. As you can see, it's not too far of a flight, which should go easy on my thumbs as far as the flying is concerned. All right, and we're going to go ahead and tune in to KOSH. So that is going to be N1 for nav, and hopefully the plus minus key. Okay, good, that still works. I'm like wondering what keys work and what doesn't. Okay, 120. And that'll be good. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the magnetos. It should be the M key and 2. Yep, it looks like it's changing it just fine. Oh yeah, this is where I got to use the joystick control. So we'll go ahead and take off from, I don't know, one of these runways here. You can see how the throttle is a little tricky. Yeah, see, the graphics were fine until we started moving. Now it's kind of going all over the place like it did before. But we got some color. Now in the previous two videos, while I was recording, I was also streaming on Twitch. This particular episode, I'm not doing that. What I'll do is, when streaming, I'll focus on what would be one episode of recording. If I get a good amount of viewers... Is this the runway? Who knows? It's all over the place. This might be the runway. Kind of looks like one. Okay, that is trippy. So, and when I was doing the last episode, I got one person that came on, and there wasn't anything else. Nobody else came on, and I'm trying to keep a good average as far as viewers. Because there's certain goals that I'm trying to meet, and if there's no one tuned in and I'm streaming, it's hurting my averages. So, trying to be smart about when I stream and how I stream and what I stream. Just like the other two videos, you're not going to hear me chatting with anyone. It's just going to be me. Just me. All right. We are set. So let's go ahead and take off from this whacked out airport here. can't get it any faster than that either. Watch me end up in the water or something. Alright, we're up in the air. G for landing gear. Okay, that's good. It went up. Our airspeed was going down. That's not good. Alright, so we are flying over Lake Winnebago. Almost seems worse trying to fly this way. Okay, so not too bad. We're doing okay here. Yeah, we're flying right over the lake. No, I'm not sure if see, I'm letting the throttle down a little bit. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to successfully land this with the throttle. For that very reason, I don't know if you saw the throttle there, because it's going to be very hard to try to keep this the stump stick in the right spot. I am going to do my very best, though. Because I like to get this to work. There will be some flights that are going to be short. And I like to be able to do those in color. And then there'll be some that will be a little long. And we are not going to do those in color. Yeah, so talking about streaming, I keep the themes the same between YouTube and Twitch. So I do Minecraft on Mondays. Tuesday I take off from Twitch because that's Tuesday theatrics, so I'll be working on like my theatrical videos. as well as stuff for game reviews, because I'm kind of falling behind on my game reviews. The last one that I did was The Sims, and that kind of took a lot out of me because I put a lot of work into that one. Wednesday is whatever Wednesday, so just about anything can come out on that, or I could stream anything. Thursday is Throwback Thursday, so any type of old game qualifies. So I've done Sims, I've done Sims Online. Of course, these old simulators also fall under that category. Then you got Flight Simulator Friday. Today happens to be Friday, and I did a previous stream. No one showed up, so I'm just doing my recordings offline. I've mentioned before that I do a lot of I'll film a lot of footage all at once, and then I take the time to edit those together. That's pretty much how they do it in Hollywood. You know, they film all of their main scenes or whatever. They don't shoot films in order or TV shows in order. Although I'm shooting my stuff in order, I'm just doing a lot of I'm getting a lot of footage in the can, so to speak, so that way I can take the time to put them together, come up with the thumbnail, come up with the description, you know, all that. So that takes time. But once I can get all those grouped together, I can schedule them out. And that it's more productive for me to be able to do that. So that way I'm constantly getting content out there for all of you to watch. And then that helps free me up to be able to work on other types of videos and stuff. I go to rest my hand just slightly and the throttle goes up and down. Okay, so just as in the Commodore 64, Amiga, Flight Simulator 3, we should be approaching Dusk here shortly. Should be about 1900 hours. We're at 1846. I wonder if there's any way that I can tie my joystick to a keyboard control. If there's a way that I can map my actual gamepad with keys, then I might be able to do the throttle after all. We won't be able to look at windows, which I kind of like to do, so we can kind of look at scenery, even though it is a little crazy looking there. But what we are seeing in the distance there is Lake Michigan. A little painful to look at with how everything is going all over the place. But the color is nice and bright. I really like the color. I'm disappointed that we can't get this to work correctly. But hey, if you wanted a nice color version of Flight Simulator 2, it looks like the Tandy 1000 is the way to go. I was looking them up on eBay. They're about $250 to $300 for a system. I don't think that includes a monitor. You need to get yourself some working floppy disks. I have the teledisc images of the scenery discs, So you'll be able to write the teledisk image to an actual 5 1/4 floppy. Thankfully, it's always good to have those images because the actual floppies are going to not decay, but they're not going to work after a while. And then I could be, you know, playing playing the Tandy 1000 Flight Simulator 2. And if I ever... Spending $250 just for one particular game is a little silly. Although there are DOS games you could play on it. There's our airport right there. I mean, you've got DOSBox, you know what I mean? It's kind of silly to spend that kind of money. You know, unless you're, you know, into retro computers and stuff. Okay, let's go ahead and bring our landing gear down. That was a bit of a change there. You know, I noticed something. Look at the airspeed indicator. Before, you'd be able to see the 40, the 60, the 80, and the 100. You can't now. Now it's 4, 6, 8, 10. You guys see that? Alright, dropping the thing of flaps here. Like I said, this is going to be interesting trying to do this. I can't even see the runway. But it would, as far as having a Tandy machine, it would be great if there was a way that I could record from it directly or output it to something and be able to get these flights with this particular scenery looking correct. But, you know, I don't know. Maybe they'll get a better emulation of the graphics. I don't know. My thumb's getting tired. I gotta look at the instruments because it looks like we're so close to the ground. Yeah, so one of these days I might be able to re-record these particular episodes. I did that with Flight Simulator 1, with the first two episodes of that one, because the graphics were doing the same type of thing. But then I found an emulator that actually displays it properly. And then I was able to give that simulator the justice that it deserved. So I went ahead and re-recorded the episodes that I had. Now we're not going to have to do this for all of the flights. There are areas that are working on the PC version where the scenery is not missing. So we will switch back to the PC version for those. Or should I say IBM version? Because technically a Tandy is a PC also. Well, PC means personal computer, but you know what I mean. How long is it going to take for us to get to the airport? It's like it's there, but we can't get to it. It's like so close. Whoa, 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 whoa. My hand was resting on the keyboard a little too much. And then I'm trying to turn with the thumbstick and that don't work. You can see some of the trouble that I'm having here. Well, I sort of saw the runway. We're coming in at an angle. If I can land us on the runway, I will be amazed. It's a little bit more easier to see now that we're down a little lower. My goodness. Ooh. Does that count? I think I touched down on the runway and then was just slightly off. Jeez, this looks so... Oh, this looks so vicious. Alright, so we're stopped, and we'll go ahead and turn it off with M1. And we should be turning dusk here in about 20 seconds. 40 seconds, sorry. So in that time, I want to thank all of you for joining me on this flight. I know this is a little painful to look at, but in the spirit of the world tour, I want to follow the same routes that we're doing. And if things get better with the emulations, or if for some reason I get myself a Tandy computer, maybe someone will loan one, I don't know, then I will record these actual episodes. There we go. We'll hit L for lights. Everything comes back on. Look at this. The runway is a blue. That's kind of interesting. So I'll record them. I'll re-record these particular episodes, and I'll still keep these. They'll be archived, so you can always go back and watch these if you want. But yeah, for now, we're just going to use the Tandy and what we have here, so that way we can still keep flying in those areas. But if you're new here, subscribe and leave a thumbs up and leave some comments. I really appreciate you coming over here and your support and your comments and your feedback. If you ring the notification bell or click it, pretty much, you'll get notified of videos when they're uploaded to the channel. And then there's Twitch. Don't forget Twitch. Twitch.tv/KILRGamer. Head over there. If you follow me there, you'll get notified when I go on live. Go live with a live stream. And I'd love to talk with you. I'd love to chat with you. So head on over there and follow me. I'm on social media, Instagram and Twitter. I say Instagram first. No, I don't. I've said Twitter first. Oh, well. I'm on both. I do a little bit more with Instagram. But I'm trying to not do the exact same thing on both platforms. So I'm kind of... I think I pretty much know what I'm doing with Instagram. It's a little bit more behind the scenes type of thing. And Twitter might be more of a kind of a official thing. I don't know, really. I haven't quite figured that out. But I'm trying to do a little bit something different on each one, so that way, you can check them both out and, see some entertaining stuff. And then there's Snapchat, which maybe that's entertaining, maybe it's not, I don't know. I'd like to do some things on there, but I don't know if there's any demand for it. So if you like Snapchat and you think it's fun, maybe I could take some short videos or something and put them on there. Let me know. Follow. And, I'll get working on it. But anyways, thanks for watching. Again, I appreciate it. And I will see you on the next leg of our journey. Have a killer afternoon and a killer evening and a killer day.